Good evening from the newsroom. The news for this Tuesday, the 2nd of April. The Office of the Electoral Commission has certified the voters' register for 2024. The Chief Registration Officer, Sheena Boniface, confirmed that there are 73,343 voters on the list. According to Ms. Boniface, out of 1,607 young people who turned 18 last year, only 226 had registered. The Chief Registration Officer certified the register and presented it to the Chief Electoral Officer, Manuela Amsbury, in the presence of 3 electoral commissioners during a ceremony at the National Library this morning.
In total, there are 73,343 registered voters on that register, which includes a total of 37,756 female and 35,587 male. And the district with the largest voting population is Anse-Étoile, with 4,008 voters. And the district with the least number of registered voters is Port-Glos electoral area, with a total of 1,968 voters. And from the year 2023, we have removed a total of 827 deceased voters from the register, which includes 455 female and 372 male. And for the year 2023, we recorded a total of 1,281 transactions, which includes 715 new registration, 368 transfer, 33 transfer correction, and 165 correction. This number, there is an increase of 499 transactions recorded compared to the year 2022, whereby there were 782 transactions recorded. And from the inspection exercise that we conducted from the 16th of January to the 1st of February, we recorded a total of 420 transactions, which includes 74 new registration.
President Wavell Ramkalawan received officials from the International Monetary Fund, the IMF, who paid him a courtesy visit at State House this morning. The mission comprised of the Executive Director, who represents Seychelles at the IMF, Robert Nicol, Todd Schneider, the IMF Mission Chief, and Aissatou Diallo, the Resident Representative Officer in Seychelles. The Minister for Finance, National Planning and Trade, and the First Deputy of the Central Bank were also present at the meetings. Mr. Schneider described their visit as fruitful, where they discussed many things relating to the country's economy.
I was here to have a short meeting with the President to talk about the work of the mission that we're leading here right now, which is a 2-part mission. The first part is a review under the lending programs that Seychelles has with the International Monetary Fund. And the second part is what we call an Article 4 consultation, which is really a top-to-bottom look at the economy and prospects for the medium term. So in terms of the economic performance, and certainly in these discussions we talked about performance in 2023, which was slightly lower than we anticipated. I think the last time we were here, some of that has to do, of course, with the disasters in December. But otherwise, it's a relatively stable outcome for 2023. And of course, we talked about the projections for 2024, which will be partly dependent, of course, on tourism, but also activity in the non-tourism sector, and I think how the damages from December are dealt with over the course of the year.
The outgoing Netherlands ambassador to Seychelles, Martin Brouwer, was also at State House this morning to pay a farewell call on the President. Also present was the Principal Secretary for Foreign Affairs, Vivienne Fochtave. Ambassador Brouwer, who is retiring, was accredited to Seychelles on the 4th of May 2021 and was based in Nairobi, Kenya. Seychelles and the Netherlands established diplomatic relations in April 1977. Mr. Brouwer says that the country's aid is incorporated in several areas, including the fight against financial crime and maritime security.
We talked about maritime security, and that is an issue that is, I think, very much in today's headlines. We are talking about the Red Sea, the passage of container ships, which is of importance for the Seychelles, because if ships cannot sail through the Red Sea and goods need to be delivered to Europe or coming from Europe, it will increase the cost quite substantially. For the Netherlands it is important because we are a very big shipping nation, the sixth in the world. So quite a lot of the cargo that we export to Asia, for instance, passes here through the Red Sea. So security in the Red Sea is important. We've learned that Seychelles has joined a coalition of countries, of which also the Netherlands is active, by providing information, sharing information, which is very important for the proper conduct of operations. We have now a marine vessel in the Red Sea at the moment as part of the coalition to try and protect vessels that want to pass there. So it's an area of cooperation important for both countries. One of the things we have been working on with Seychelles is to have a cooperation between the public office, the prosecutor's office in the Netherlands and in Seychelles, working together on the issue of cryptocurrency. And we have established contacts, and a mission from the Netherlands is supposed to come this year, pretty soon, to start talking about well, what is happening here in the Seychelles, and what do we notice of it. You have to understand that cryptocurrency is one of the markets in which criminal organizations provide for their financial needs. The Netherlands is being a country with the port of Rotterdam, which is a very, very big port in the world. That's an entry point for a lot of the drugs traffic. So we have a clear interest in trying to fight, which is now a global criminal organizations, to attack them not only by confiscating their drugs in the port, but also try to undermine their financial structure.
To commemorate the World Autism Awareness Day today, the School of the Exceptional Child held some activities for pupils with autism. Teachers, carers, parents, other pupils and staff were amongst those present. The main activity was a special art and craft workshop whereby pupils with autism could get creative with the aid of art teachers. Parents were also given the opportunity to meet a speech therapist who works alongside their children who have this problem. The importance of the activity is to spread awareness on autism and show what the School of the Exceptional Child does for kids who have autism. The Minister for Transport, Anthony Derjak, who was in the National Assembly this morning, says the ministry is very aware of the acute shortage of parking facilities in Victoria, and moves are already underway to build more of those facilities in and around Victoria. They include the construction of a multi-storey car park at the International Conference Centre. Another one is to be built near Espas Building. Moreover, the Ministry of Transport will study how it can improve the existing facilities by using modern technology. Meanwhile, Minister Derjak said the Seychelles Ports Authority has already begun work on a new parking space opposite the Inter-Island Quay. The proposed parking lot is expected to take 150 vehicles at a time. All meetings for executives of the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Family have been held at the Family House at Bello, but the ministry had held 2 retreats at the Hilton Northolm for its executives officers last year. This was announced by the Minister for Youth, Sports and Family Affairs, Marie-Céline Zialo, in the National Assembly this morning. Minister Zialo was answering a private notice question by the leader of the opposition on the reasons her ministry has held its executive meetings at the Hilton Northolm Hotel. The Department of Information, Communication and Technology, DICT, is collaborating with the Council of Europe to review the laws of cybercrime in the country. Two experts from the Council of Europe are going over the ways in which the 2021 Cybercrime and Related Crimes Act can be improved. This is being done in a 2-day workshop where officers from the ICT and related institutions will also learn about the benefits which Seychelles could gain were it to join the Budapest Convention on Cybercrime.
In the Seychelles, you have a very good law on cybercrime. It's a very good law on cybercrime, so it's well drafted. Of course, you always have room to improve here, and there are some minor aspects, of course. But it is a very good law that you have in force. The thing is that you need to implement it. You have to put it in place and to make it work at the international level, also with the cooperation. And we are discussing how could it be improved in the light of the international instruments in this area. The sole international instrument is the Budapest Convention on Cybercrime. Another thing we are discussing is what would be the benefits to the Seychelles to join the Budapest Convention. A number of them would be, first, to join, let's say, a club of countries that fight cybercrime seriously. A number of countries in the world are already a party to the Cybercrime Convention, the so-called Budapest Convention. And it would be very good if the Seychelles could also join the Budapest Convention.
This was the news for this evening. Have a very pleasant evening.